Dude, your nuts are out of shot.
As long as you're not on camera.
You're good.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Holy shit, that was loud. What's up, guys?
Turn that down for the outro.
Good God. We are back. First off, just gotta get this out of the way. Oh yeah, this is Cody. You guys know him.
What's up, motherfuckers?
We gotta get this out of the way. We did miss a week, and did we miss 1 week or 2 weeks? We kind of missed 2 weeks.
A week and oh yeah, it was almost 2 weeks.
We literally released like 3 days. We released on Monday or Sunday.
Tuesday.
No, we didn't release yesterday. Today's Wednesday.
Oh yeah, so Monday.
Yeah, we released on Monday. Anyway, so you get a 2 for this week since we didn't get one out last week, or the week before. We had one recorded, and then Cody's computer decided to take a shit, and everything was kind of locked up on there. So we had to literally, Cody had to build a new computer so that we could get a fucking episode out. So, you know, if you guys are on our socials or whatever, show Cody some love for that. Man made it happen.
Yeah, let's start a Cody's computer fund.
Like you needed an excuse. he was like, man, okay, let's
subscribe to the GoFundMe.
Let's not beat around the bush. Cody's fucking hard drive or solid state drive died, so we went and built a new computer instead of just buying a new fucking hard drive.
Yeah, I went from a $200 fix to like almost $1,700.
So, you know,
I got a good deal.
I get it. Like I can't even hate on it because I would probably do the same thing, but
Micro Center was running a deal, and
especially if there's a sale, bro, you gotta send it.
I saved like $700.
Yeah. So no video last week or the week before, or audio. Not that anybody watches our videos anyway. Guys, if you're listening, just go fucking open the video on YouTube. You don't even have to watch it. Just open it. Just give us some views. We just need some views.
It'd help if we put up more than just a unedited podcast.
Who edits podcasts? We do as much editing as anybody, really, except without the mid-roll ads and shit.
Well, but everyone else puts out clips. That's how you get people to watch the podcast.
Yeah, we should definitely.
But we're too fucking lazy.
Clips. Yeah,
I got other shit to do, man.
You know, that actually had never occurred to me until just now, so I might go through and do that. But big things in the works. Stay with us. Like it's only getting better from here. We got a brand new computer.
Well, we can hope.
So, we got some good guests lined up. Yeah, just ask you guys to bear with us while we're going through a little bit of growing pains right now.
Oh, you mean the whole time we've done this podcast?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, things keep changing on us. That's the thing is, it's like it's never. Our growing pains never lead to what they're going to. We just get a new growing pain leading to something else, you know?
Our growing pains stem from we're trying to piece shit together.
Right. Like we go from a growing pain in our leg to a growing pain in our cock and then to our fucking arm.
And then all of a sudden the cock shrinks and we're not sure why. Apparently it's going to our leg.
Is it that your cock's shrinking or are you just getting bigger?
Are we talking about me or you? Because I'm not getting bigger. I think I'm withering away.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with I'm getting bigger. Your cock's just shrinking. But thanks for tuning back in, guys. And big shout out to fucking the other day. We had 35 downloads in one day. That was fucking dope. And it was like way after we put out the episode.
Yeah, it was all on old episodes. So maybe it was people pulling my background check.
It could be.
I actually had a fear about that because my background check flagged on a job that I applied for.
Really?
Yeah, it flagged.
Did it say why or?
Apparently they got it taken care of. They needed like my ID or something. But when you brought that up, I was kind of worried, honestly.
Oh, because somebody went through and listened to like every episode we've ever put out in the span of a day.
Yeah.
Not every episode, but the last 10 probably in the span of a day. I assume it was one person because it was literally in chronological order. But yeah, no, thanks to whoever that was and whoever
You're
keeps
welcome.
downloading shit. You guys remember our producer? She's back again, I guess.
Listening to 10 podcasts in a day.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Was it actually you?
Probably. There was a moment
Dog.
where I realized I watched like 8 or
Fuck.
listened to 8 in a day. It was a couple
We're
months
cutting
ago.
this shit out.
Cut that. Fucking get rid of it. But it's dude. I'm kind of glad that we got to record when we got to record today, because a lot of shit's happened in the last like 3 days that all kind of accumulated to today. Specifically in the world of like comedy, which is my favorite subject. I hate when we talk about other things, but I know not everybody likes comedy in the autistic fashion that I do.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. Like, so yeah, a couple things happened this week, and he's kind of a smaller name, but it's not even really about who it is. It's about what happened. There's a New York comedian his name is Colum Tyrrell. He's a Irish fucking, just a nasty fucker.
Because he's Irish, not because of his comedy.
Oh yeah. No, his comedy's pretty tame actually. But his YouTube channel got fucking taken from him by YouTube this week, and it wasn't like it wasn't over anything bad, really. I mean, it was probably kind of bad, but
Have you tried explaining it, and then they can make up their minds themselves?
what do you mean?
Like, what happened?
That's what I'm doing. He got his channel taken by YouTube.
Yes, but over what?
It was like the clip that he played from the episode was, I don't remember what it was, but if you go look at it, it's the Colum Tyrrell podcast or Colum Tyrrell show or whatever the fuck it is on Spotify, Apple, whatever. The episode is called Dr. Colley's Anti-Horn Juice, and he played a clip from it which was the segment that they cited in their email, and it was like very tame, like very, very tame. And he's on that like edgy boy comedy, so he said worse things on his podcast.
Right, probably in that podcast.
And here's the other thing though, the video that they like cited in the thing was a Patreon video. So it was on YouTube, but it was locked, and you could only access it with that link, which was only on his Patreon.
Wait, that portion was on YouTube?
Well, so you follow any like podcasts on Patreon? Do you
No.
Patreon any podcast?
No, I've never actually used Patreon.
Well, first of all, Patreon's pretty dope actually. If you like extra content from your podcasters like us, we don't actually post anything yet, but it's pretty dope because like a lot of shows will do, they'll do their weekly show and then they'll have a Patreon exclusive episode or
Right.
something. And he does one or two a week regular shows and then one Patreon exclusive. And his video that they flagged and pulled his channel over was a Patreon episode.
Yeah, so that part wasn't actually on YouTube, though.
It was uploaded to YouTube, but it was, how like when we upload our videos, you can make it public, private, or there's a third option. I don't remember whatever.
Oh, okay.
So it's a private video. So it's not like if you go on YouTube, you can't search that video.
Right.
It'll never pop up. You can only see it on YouTube with the his link that they give him, which then he puts on his Patreon. That's how all the comedian podcasts do their Patreon.
I feel like that's kind of dangerous.
That's how we do our Patreon.
I feel like that's dangerous because you have put it onto their platform. like if I was gonna do Patreon, I would try to figure out a way to upload the Patreon episode through whether it's just like another streaming service,
Right.
what it
Yeah.
a Rumble even.
Um,
Like I wouldn't go through YouTube.
And I think that's honestly the lesson to be learned here. And that's the one point where as far as like how people could deal with this situation, I think he's handled it wonderfully. Like, really top notch. I mean, just like he went on his little 40-minute video he did on his Patreon explaining the whole thing. That video is free on his Patreon if you go on there. But in his little video, he just explained that like he's seen a lot of, outcry of support, but then there's a lot of people like, well, how come this motherfucker can be on YouTube but this can't, that kind of thing. And he was like, don't do that, because I don't think anybody should be, like
don't be pulling other people
don't
down
start
because I am.
Exactly. Don't start pulling other people down just because I got the short end of the stick, which was like really, pretty classy.
Yeah.
Pretty classy way to deal with it. Yeah, he's just like, you listen to the thing and you're like, this is real. This is a dude, like he's pretty down to earth. And I don't know, you just feel bad for him. Like when you listen to the whole thing, you're like, dude, this guy got shafted. Like, it's not okay what happened. But what it comes down to, and producer, let me know if I'm missing anything here. I know you got some info pulled up.
I do.
What's up?
I said I do. Go on.
The big like root of the story is really like the way YouTube does their shit, because that's scary to me to see that he can be pulled like that, and then he has no idea if he has a livelihood now, because while yes he doesn't get a lot of money from YouTube, it's a huge part of like just how you be a comedian.
It's how you grow your brand.
Right. So like his channel had his podcast and his stand-up shit and like all kinds of stuff on it. So losing that is a huge hit to his livelihood. And it's just done pretty indiscriminately by a fucking AI. Nobody's actually like sitting down and reviewing these, somebody makes a claim or something, or the AI is literally just scrolling through videos. You don't, like, people don't even have to make a claim.
Right.
That's how you
they
get
just hit
copyright
those flag.
strikes.
It's like
Keywords.
you couldn't
buzzwords.
say like COVID or vaccine. I don't know if you can still say vaccine anymore.
Whatever. We're
Probably
not
not.
monetized.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
Um,
But they could pull all of our shit.
Right, exactly. They could delete our channel, which wouldn't be the biggest hit to us right now anyway, but from what it sounded like, once you get banned from YouTube like that, like you're not even supposed to use Google services. Like you can't use a Gmail.
Yeah, because they're all under Alphabet.
Right. So it's a little scary, man, when they're pretty much the only game in town. I mean, I know there's Rumble and Vimeo or whatever, but
yeah, but they're
who
not
the
big.
fuck uses Vimeo?
Yeah,
Unless you're
Vimeo's
trying to look
pretty
up
dead.
like, yeah, you're trying to like
live leak shit, maybe.
literally. That's the only thing I think I've ever watched on Vimeo is shit that like YouTube will not allow. And Rumble's fucking for Trump queers, but
Yeah. Actually, no, there's been a lot of people that aren't even on the right going to it
really,
because they're getting flagged and pulled off of YouTube and shit.
well, YouTube's gonna censor themselves out of business, and that's something that people have been saying for years.
Oh yeah.
And maybe it's just now becoming more prevalent. Yeah, but so essentially the AI just like flagged some buzzwords in that video, and they were bad enough or whatever that they suspended his channel pending investigation, and he had to appeal that. Otherwise, I think it just defaults to like, okay, your channel's gone now.
Yeah, you appeal and it goes to like a manual review.
Right.
And that's when someone actually watches your shit.
Yeah.
Or
So,
supposedly.
and he posted all this shit on his Twitter and stuff, but yeah, it's just scary to think that like if we ever got big, and that's kind of where I was going with it, is like if we ever got big and then, we're following the rules more or whatever, we're playing it smart, we're uploading our, really fucked up shit just to Patreon and not even going through YouTube, whatever we're doing, There's a reason that we go through YouTube instead of Patreon, but I can't remember what it is right now. But I'm sure it's the same reason that they all do it like that. But yeah, if we ever got big, like they could go back and wipe everything over something that we said in one of the early episodes, you know?
Right. Anything that we've ever said.
Literally, like down to, I know we've had some fucking conduct violations.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, maybe not even recently, but like in our first couple of YouTube episodes. I don't know. I think eventually we'll probably get to where all that shit will just be on Patreon.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'll have to eventually like make all the back catalog on Patreon and probably start clean on Spotify and YouTube. But
the fact that they can just pull your whole livelihood is stupid.
Now, and I'll say this, they had some issues where like part of the whole thing for his Patreon is you get that whole back catalog through Patreon. So like all of the episodes he's ever done on his current podcast and his previous podcast, because he was on Gas Digital.
Oh, all right.
And then went out on his own. You got that whole back catalog. That shit's all gone.
Because it was all connected to YouTube.
Because it was all uploaded to YouTube. And he wasn't even sure if they had backups of those videos, which is where I'm like, bro, that's like priority number one. Back up your shit.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, when you're a comedian, though, like, that's not something that's on your mind. We're into tech enough to where, that's something that we think about. But the normal fucking person doesn't have a server of any of their shit.
I would disagree with that in this case only because I know for a fact he does. Like, he's as involved with his podcast as we are with ours. Like, he's in the editing and he's in the, like, he paid for all the tech and he set up all the tech, like, all that shit.
Gotcha.
He's got producers in the sense we do, you know, they just look shit up and make sure that everything's recording right, which, you know, we don't even have that, but sorry, Emma.
Hi.
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 Do you have any information on this? I'm just rambling at this point.
Yeah, I mean, what I found interesting was one that you brought up the AI topic of it. The email that Colum received was basically saying that he was flagged for glorifying or inciting violence against another person or group, which is not allowed on YouTube. And they said that they also don't allow any content that encourages hatred at another person or group. They review educational documentary.
That's not a definition.
Oh, I think one of them might have been that he said like they should Holocaust somebody, like a group of people. But it was funny, and it's so clearly a joke. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like the hard part about it is it's an indiscriminate AI. It cannot pick up on like subtleties of sarcasm and sardonic
tonality.
behavior.
Yeah, that's why
it doesn't
I
get
thought
comedy.
it was.
That's the whole fucking like downside of the AI on YouTube is it just doesn't understand comedy.
Comedy is straight emotion. Like,
Right.
That's
Right.
what you play on.
Well, that's why I figured it was worth mentioning. Like, that's what the policy that they were saying he so called went against. But they did, like you said, offer to submit an appeal or call them out if there was a mistake. But I do have better news: is that he is back on YouTube.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Hey,
when did he get back on?
it looks like as of today, a couple hours ago.
Oh shit! Okay,
But did YouTube like release anything, like a statement about it?
They did email him again, and it basically had said that they reviewed his content and found, like that it was a mistake, and that they were basically kind of apologizing and saying like you're able to get back up and going. And let me see if I can find the post again.
I feel like if YouTube's gonna take down someone that like is big enough on the platform for this to be a deal, like shouldn't YouTube come out and make a statement about it like publicly?
Well, I don't. That's kind of what I was getting at earlier. Is I don't know if he is big enough of a deal for anybody to really care on
It
YouTube's end.
It really only said exactly what I already said, that they were.
And
like,
you're getting
sorry
that
for your-
info from his Twitter, I assume.
Yeah, what the
Okay.
email that he got, it says hi, his name, sincerely the YouTube team, and it basically was like, we're sorry for the suspension of your account, and it'll soon be once again active and operational. Sometimes we make mistakes trying to get it right. We hope you understand. Sorry for any inconvenience. So that was basically it, and he was excitingly posted he's back.
Well, good, dude. I'm
Mhm.
fucking happy for him. The dude does not deserve that. He's a real ass dude. In the words of, never mind.
Solid.
I'm not plugging his ass.
Rattlesnake?
Yeah,
What'd you do? What do you do now?
nothing. I just don't.
Oh,
He
alright.
doesn't need that. Should be plugging us, man. No,
yeah.
I've given that guy so much fucking free.
Give him a
clicks.
shout out.
No, that's fucking amazing, dude. Really happy for him. Still worried about YouTube
Yeah, well,
because
I feel like that they should have to make a statement anytime they take down any account.
and
Like-
here's the thing: is he is big enough that people were like tagging YouTube in their fucking shit about
Right.
bring him back. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So that might have sped things along, but I don't know if he's big enough for them to make a statement. But I hear what you're.
But if YouTube has to make a statement for anyone that not that they have to take down,
Right.
but if they have to bring him back and say this was a mistake, if they have to make a statement, they're not going to have to want to fucking do that for all of these little creators that don't like, they're not going to notice that they're gone. But if they have to come out and make a statement every time, they're going to make the AI better, because this has been a fucking problem for years.
True. How big of a problem has it been? I know it's been something that's been talked about and something that's been worried about, but has it actually been like a prevalent problem of people losing channels?
It happens to people all the fucking time.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know we got hit
And the
with
smaller ones are even worse.
we got hit with that copyright strike, and I was fucking sweating bullets.
Oh, that was the those stupid videos. The Generation Hope.
Was it?
It was Generation Hope that copyright struck us, wasn't it?
No, because we have multiple Generation Hopes, and we've only had one copyright strike. I think it was because we played a song that, like, we played too much of the song or something. Yeah, but it's kind of scary to think about. Like, could all be gone tomorrow. All fucking 4 views. No, I'm glad to hear Collie's back and thriving. So, in other news in the comedy world, I don't know how many of you you don't listen to the Bonfire, right?
No, I have. I mean, I listened to Dan Soder,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah, I don't know how many of you listen to the Bonfire. It's on SiriusXM, but it's Big J Okerson and Dan Soder. And it's just like it's a comedy show. It's like this. It's basically a podcast, but it's on SiriusXM, so it's technically a radio show. Anyway, they've been doing it for like 8 or 9 years, I think. Like, it's been
Jesus.
quite a while. They've been doing it. Fucking 4 times a week for 8 or 9 years. Like, they have countless fucking episodes. There's no access to, by the way, which really sucks. Like, after I have SiriusXM, the app, just for that show. And they only go back 15 episodes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they only have the most recent 15 episodes. So past
No
that,
wonder SiriusXM is dying.
oh yeah, no, there's so much shit that they should be doing differently, dude. It's insane. For starters, SiriusXM, I want you to hear this right now. If somebody who works at Sirius or whatever is listening to this right now, Your app is absolute dog shit. It is the worst app I have ever used. Gas Digital's website is better than the SiriusXM app, and that's saying a lot.
You're a multi-million-dollar corporation. You can hire a fucking tech team to code your shit.
Figure it the fuck out. They literally have Howard Stern on their platform, and they can't get a functioning goddamn app. It's ridiculous. It closes itself all of the fucking time. It pauses itself all of the fucking time. So half of the time you get on there and it just won't load anything. It just blue screen out. It's the most trash fucking app I've ever used. Anyway, back to the Bonfire. Huge show in the comedy world, and a ton of listeners. They've been doing it forever. Dan Soder decided, I guess actually about this time last year, he decided he was going to leave the show, but they didn't say anything. So I guess they've known it was coming for about 10 months, but they just announced yesterday that he is officially on March 1st leaving the show.
How's that going to work? Are they going to... Because then it's just Big J, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's kind of the funny part about it is, no, they're bringing in a replacement, and the replacement is Bobby Kelly, which is cool because Bobby Kelly's hilarious, but also like super fucking sucks because that show is Dan and Big J. Like it's a completely different show without either of them.
Right. It's like when Callan left T-Fat K.
Right.
Like that, it killed the show.
I was listening to the episode today from yesterday that when he quit and he was joking about going to the Big Boy Network. Whatever. A Thick Boy Network.
Oh,
whatever.
God.
He was like, yeah, man, you never know. I might end up over there on the King and the Sting or whatever. And Big J's like, the King and the Sting in the head or something. Because he's got a fucking massive head. Anyway. Yeah, but it's funny because originally when they sold the show, it was to Comedy Central, and it was supposed to be the Dan Soder show. Like it was supposed to be his show featuring Big J.
Oh, right.
And then they like reworked it so that they could be partners in the show. And now Dan's gone, so it's like the Dan Soder show, starring Big J. It's the joke everybody's making now. But yeah, thoughts. I don't know. I mean, guess it doesn't make as much sense to somebody who doesn't follow it, but like it's huge in the comedy world. It's basically the end of the Bonfire, which is like it's like the Howard Stern of New York comedy, you know, like the Bonfire is everything.
Right.
New York comedy. Every New York comedian comes on there. Like Sal Vacano was on there last week and on Skanks, but
Sal's on everything gas half the time. I mean, what's Dan going to do?
So that's actually kind of the interesting part is he wants to get more into voice acting is what it sounded like. Or just like explore other things. But you know he's on Billions on Showtime.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have any Showtime shit.
I just got Showtime. Somebody added Showtime to my fucking Paramount. I don't know how that happened.
Aren't you in control of your Paramount?
Well, yeah, but you know, like you give people your Paramount login or your Netflix login, whatever. Somebody added Showtime, and I was just kind of like, "What the fuck?" Yeah.
What's an extra $5 a month?
Literally, I'm like, I kind of been thinking about getting it anyway. I was like, this is probably fraud, but I'm gonna roll with it. Yeah. So he's on a huge show. I think he's not on the show anymore, but that show's coming to an end anyway, or has already ended. It's huge. It has like Paul Giamatti on it.
Oh, all right.
It's like a finances bro show.
Oh, great.
Like,
so we got a bunch of fucking Kyles listening to it or watching it.
Literally, yeah. It's like all the day traders watch it probably, but yeah. So he's got money. Like he could just not do anything for a while. He'd be fine. Plus his fiance is a ESPN correspondent, so like they have money either way.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Yeah. But he was talking about potentially trying to like do more voiceover shit because he's the man of voices.
Right. No, he's got a shit ton of impressions.
But I couldn't tell if he was joking or not, but I think that's the direction he was going to go. He was talking about like trying to like get on South Park and like trying to be like Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Trey and Parker. Dude, if he even just having him on South Park would be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I'd probably start watching it again.
They could add fucking infinite characters, dude. He can do so many fucking voices. It's insane. His Winnie the Pooh is fucking disturbing. I'm not even joking. It's so fucking creepy, but it's huge news in the comedy world. Probably nobody gives a fuck, but I'm reeling. As a listener, man, I don't know if you can relate to this, like if you've ever had a show that you were like super into and then one of the hosts left.
Oh yeah.
Like what would be your example of that?
Well, I mean, I've just had what was the show? Oh, not even like podcasts or shit like that, but when I was watching The Ranch on Netflix, and who plays Hyde?
Danny Masterson.
Yeah, Masterson. When all of the sexual assault, misconduct, whatever came out, and they kicked him off, dude, it killed that show. Or when they kicked, fucking Tiger Blood.
Charlie Sheen?
Yes, thank you. Charlie Sheen. When Charlie Sheen got kicked off of 2.5 Men.
That's a pretty good, I would say that's a pretty good example. Like if you were super into 2.5 Men though, like watched it every day.
Oh, my dad was a piece of shit and I was like 10, so yeah, no, I watched that.
Okay, yeah. I loved that show, dude, when I was younger.
Oh, dude, it was great when you were young.
Like, I can't watch it now. It's so fucking cheesy, but
oh yeah,
I know, I remember. I think it was just because it was like a bad show,
but you could watch it on the TV,
right?
But no, that whole show killed. Like, I mean, that was, I think it was like their highest grossing show at that point. And then once they
were making more money than the Friends cast.
Yeah, they were making stupid money.
Yeah.
And then once they brought in Ashton Kutcher and kicked Charlie Sheen off, not saying it wasn't for a good reason, but totally killed the fucking show.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That shows where I learned how to treat my women.
It's just weird. Like that is like you can get super invested in something like that, and then one of them, decides to do something that's probably going to be good for them. And you're just like, fuck, that's over. Like that's all I did.
Where else am I going to waste my time at?
Literally, that's what I have to find a new pastime. Fuck you. No, I hope good things for him, but it does suck. That would be like if we did the show for 10 years and amassed a huge following, and then you were just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go do something else." Be like, so that's the show.
All right, later.
Okay. But like I said, they are bringing Bobby Kelly on. Who I don't know if you know Bobby Kelly. He's fucking hilarious. He used to tour with Dane Cook like back in the. He was like on Tourgasm and stuff.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Before comedy was even big, really.
Yeah, it was in that comedy lull in the like early 2000s, and nobody really gave a fuck about comedy.
The only comedian was Dane Cook and Carlos Mencia and Jeff Dunham.
Yeah, fucking Steve Renazizi was still not dying in the World Trade Center.
We got to the airport quicker.
Yeah, right. Oh man, he was on Colum Tyrrell's podcast like recently, and like he just would not stop making like 9/11 jokes or like lying about 9/11 jokes. And he's like, yeah, man, like you can hear him getting visibly or audibly like frustrated. He's like, yeah, everybody brings it up on every fucking podcast I do. Like, yeah, man, you lied about being in the World Trade Center when he got hit.
It's kind of a big deal in America.
Yeah.
It's a national holiday over in the Middle East, but
So yeah, there's my fucking nerdy comedy rant for the week. But it huge shit. If you're into comedy, you get it. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Whatever.
yo, is the reason what came first, 9/11 or 9/11?
911,
Did they plan that?
like way in it.
Like the service operator 911?
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
did they plan that?
I think 911 was
Well, I mean,
a while
it
before that,
depends
Cody.
what you believe.
Did Bush plan this?
9/11, yes.
Oh, I just find it odd.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting that those two have the same sequence of numbers.
Like the emergency number.
lines
Started in
up with the-
1979, Cody.
79, really?
Mm-hmm.
I would have guessed way before that.
Well, that's kind of when phones started to like be put in cars and shit.
Well, yeah, but 911, I would have guessed it would have been like the minute they got off the switchboard, like the manual switchboard.
When was that?
Hold on. This says
Probably the
different.
50s.
This one in history.com says it was February 16th, 1968.
Huh.
So we're talking like early to maybe mid 1900s. But that's
What?
still like,
That is not early 1900s.
well, cuz the other ones I'm seeing are like 36 to 60. Those are like the earliest ones I'm seeing. That's my
See,
best
I
guess.
would have thought closer to the 30s than the 60s, but when did we stop using a like a manual switchboard operator? You remember like
When
do you remember?
yeah,
Remember
yeah,
when you
back
called?
then.
No, but like
and then the lady'd be like, "Yeah, let me transfer you," and plug it in.
Yeah, hold on, sweetie. And then she'd plug into where she could hear the whole conversation. So that was a bitch in town. Everybody wanted to fucking know.
Oh yeah,
Because
dude.
they had to know the
She
gossip.
had all of the
She had
gossip.
all of the gossip. She had like that fucking nitty gritty too.
Dude.
Not just like the shit you hear secondhand about secondhand. She had like husband calling from jail nitty gritty.
Dude, I guarantee you people were paying that bitch off so they could or so she'd be like, there would be a code word for this one number, and then instead of plugging into their boss's phone, it'd go to a hooker, and that's how they met up. Or a drug dealer.
Yeah, how do you text the plug when you got a switchboard operator? Or is the
You
switchboard
pay off the plug.
Bro.
Oh, dude.
switchboard operator's the plug?
Is that where the name plug comes from?
Oh shit.
Bro, I think we just found history, drug dealing history.
Yeah, it's
We
like
cracked
that-
the code.
What's that called when like two civilizations come up with the same idea completely opposite, or like two animals will evolve the same thing but completely opposite ways?
I have no
Or, like,
idea.
on diverging.
It's divergent. Diverging, yeah.
Well, not divergent, but you know, like how like I'm trying to think about like the way Egyptians came up with pyramids and Mayans also came up with pyramids, but they had no contact with
Oh,
each other.
aliens?
Shut up, Cody. Or like how, I don't know. There's a word for like when specifically I think animals like evolve the same kind of thing but in very different ways. Like
For
how
different reasons, or
like how we evolved eyeballs and dogs evolved eyeballs, but in very different. Or no, eyeballs existed back.
Well, you're thinking,
eyeballs
yeah.
existed back then.
Okay, fish have eyeballs and humans have eyeballs, but we developed those in very different ways. It's like there's a word for that.
I thought we
Well,
evolved
you're
from
saying
fish.
is what you're saying is divergent evolution. So you're not
it-
like far off.
Oh fuck yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's I actually have a fact for you. It's when groups from the same common ancestor evolve and accumulate differences, resulting in the formation of a new species, and that can also attribute to behaviors or adaptive features like that.
Wait, isn't that
So that would be the
definition
opposite.
of evolution. Yeah, no, I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying like how
They're
like-
already separated and then they become more alike
Right.
instead of being most alike
That
and
would be
then
convergent
diverging.
evolution
Like-
then.
like
That would be convergent evolution. Like two different kinds of species that evolved to have similar attributes but are not related. That's convergent evolution.
okay, that would be more what I'm talking about, I guess.
Okay.
Like where they have a common ancestor, but that common ancestor didn't have this trait that they both share. So they
Mhm.
diverged and then they both evolved that trait, but on completely separate like evolutionary trees.
Yeah, that would be convergent evolution.
Okay.
Speaking of diverging things,
See, you guys fucking don't say we never taught you nothing.
we don't know if any of this is accurate.
Yeah, that could be
This was
completely wrong.
all
That
out of
might
our
be-
ass.
Yeah.
But speaking of two very different things, I got a very weird advertisement today.
Was it more cocaine paraphernalia?
No, it was not. It was an advertisement on YouTube, and in the bottom left corner, it said OF. Not Odd Future like fucking Tyler the Creator.
Right.
OnlyFans.
Oh,
Like,
I thought it was only farts.
I think that is a category on OnlyFans.
Oh, is there more
Boston's.
than just that on OnlyFans?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do more than fart on a camera, Boston. I forgot
They
to
have
tell
feet as well.
Oh, wow. This is a whole new world.
Farts, feets, fans, baby.
Farts.
That's gonna be our new streaming site.
Right. Farts, feets, and fans.
But so they're advertising this. The show is about 6 OnlyFans models going to go work on a farm, and it's for like you actually have to watch it on OnlyFans. So that's now
Going
the
to-
excuse I'm giving my girlfriend.
but
the-
hey, you're gonna see a charge.
It's not what you think.
Right. You charge it to her card. That's a classic OnlyFans user move.
Found a show that you might like. It's got a lot of drama.
Bro, literally people that are subscribed to things on OnlyFans use their girlfriend's card to do it.
Or their moms.
Or their mom's card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awkward.
Right. What's this charge for OnlyFans?
It's my favorite comedian's
right,
website.
yeah. It's like Patreon, but just different.
Just OnlyFans.
How is it different? Just different.
It's the stuff that they don't put out to the public.
Yeah, I've seen OnlyFans has been doing some like TV show shit and like trying to get out. I think they're trying to get away from the porn stuff as much because remember they tried to like take it off entirely. They didn't want to be a porn thing.
Yeah, because that's not how they started. As like it was
Patreon.
supposed to be a Patreon,
Right.
but then they got the whole thing through all the porn shit.
Yeah. But
And-
that was the dumbest move ever. Well, or I think we talked about this. It was either the dumbest or the smartest move ever because it got people talking about OnlyFans, but they had to know that would take away like 98% of their business
Oh yeah.
if they got rid of porn.
Well, there's a reason they didn't nuke the whole fucking thing at once.
but they might be trying to expand or whatever, I guess. It's just that's the unfortunate part for them is like they've garnered a reputation. So like you would never want somebody to see your bank statement that says, a subscription to OnlyFans.
Bro, split the business.
Literally.
Like, keep it as one, the OnlyFans, that's your porn, weird, kinky feet, farts, fans shit. And then, like, make a streaming or make a website that's connected to that they can also use, but isn't porn. It's your
Right.
Patreon type shit. Or
it's the
your
kind of thing you
streaming
could
show.
subscribe to without your wife asking questions.
Yeah, like, not OnlyFans.tv.
I guarantee they're losing out on a lot of business just for having it be part of OnlyFans.
Yeah. I'm not going to fucking subscribe to it. I don't know. Maybe I will.
I might.
We'll see.
No,
My girlfriend doesn't have access to
I'll
the
just
bank
pirate.
account.
I'll just pirate anything I want to watch from it.
But yeah, that was just
Wait, so
now they're
so
giving
describe
OnlyFans creators another an outlet that isn't just porn. And they call them models. Is that really what we're going to go with?
Right. Sex workers.
They're like 6 models.
I feel like pornographic actress sounded better than sex worker.
Yeah, no, sex worker sounds like a prostitute.
Literally. In which, and they're trying to I think that's why they're using it like that, because they're trying to make prostitute sound less like a prostitute.
Yeah, why don't we just go with whore?
Sure.
That's what I like.
Whatever works for you. But there's a lot of shit like that. Like, what was it? We said one recently on like a recent episode where it was like, that sounds worse than the original term.
Person of color?
Yes. Yeah, that's one of the one that was like, goddamn, dude, chill. I just say black. What are you talking about? Person of color sounds like something your great granddaddy said.
Yeah. You literally took colored person,
right?
Switched it and put an
Person
in it.
Of color.
Like, you sound like a racist trying to live in today's society.
Right.
Which anyone that uses that is probably
got
that closeted.
Not a good look. Also, too vague, right? Like,
yeah.
A person of color. Cody is technically a color. It's pale.
It's a very light color.
It's a color. I'm a color. I'm red, but it's a color. You can't say that because people think you're talking about a Native American. But you can't even say Native American anymore. You have to say indigenous. It makes them sound like a fucking animal.
Yeah, no, it sounds sounds like someone that actually maybe we are keeping them in zoos.
But I'm just saying
Isn't that basically what we get? Like, we gave them their own little thing that we can go visit, but that's their area. We're keeping them protected.
Actually do that.
We put
Yeah.
We put Native Americans in
It's literally called a reservation.
Cody's like comes home to Boston like, hey dude, we bought a zoo.
We go to visit, we spend some money.
Right. You pay to kill one, and then you don't actually get to take that one home with you, but they give you the meat from another one that somebody else shot.
Yeah.
Whoa, there's the one. That's the one that's going to get us flagged.
This one's not on YouTube, right?
We're joking. This is all sarcastic. We're talking about how
reservations are not zoos.
But we are making that comparison that we did treat them like animals. America treated them like animals. I'm not explaining this shit every time, so
YouTube, get your shit out.
Seriously. Yeah. What
OnlyFans.
Yeah. That's fucking weird. So explain the show to me again. It's porn actresses, like porn.
I guess I don't know exactly like how they chose it. I don't know if they went like with their top creators or something, but they've got 6 girls that have done modeling, made, I'm assuming, good money. Modeling. And I'm assuming that they've made good money. And they're like, oh, we're stripping them away of their life of luxury. Number one, makes it sound like OnlyFans like owns them. But
Right.
And then they're making it into a reality TV where they go work with a chick that owns a ranch of some sort, and they have to do all the daily chores and deal with shit and milking cows. And honestly, like, it looks like an drama series.
I wonder how much of it is like going to be serious, or if like they're just going to walk into the barn and one of them's trying to like deep throat an udder or something. Like,
So I was like,
how many times you had to think they had to stop a Mexican donkey show from
God.
happening during the filming? Sorry.
Yeah, but me saying
Tijuana donkey show. That's what it is, right? Is it Tijuana donkey show?
No, I think it's Mexican.
Is it just donkey show, or am I just?
I'm pretty sure it's
we all
Mexican.
know they only happen in Mexico, but
yeah, no, it just really surprised me that OnlyFans was coming out with their own streaming service, apparently.
yeah, they're doing like some comedy shit too. They have I saw the Roast of Whitney Cummings is on there. And they just did one for Bert Kreischer that's going to be on there soon, if it's not already on there.
I mean, honestly, it's probably better than Comedy Central deals and shit.
Probably, dude.
Like, I'm sure they're getting
Fuck,
way
Comedy
better.
Central sucks, dude.
Oh yeah, Comedy Central has ripped off
They are
so many fucking people.
So many Kyle Kinane, dude.
What they fuck him over with?
He's the voice of Comedy Central.
Is he?
Yeah, all the like every time you know that
Yeah, no.
that voice that like talks over everything on Comedy Central. That's all Kyle Kinane.
I never put 2 and 2 together, but I can hear it now.
Yeah, so they got all that from him and then just like never called him again and continue to use it to this day. They use his voice and don't pay him a fucking dime for it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's fucked.
They fucked
What
over
else?
a bunch of people with their shows and
The Bonfire. The
Oh, yeah.
Bonfire was on Sirius XM Comedy Central, and then Comedy Central dropped them, being the only show that they had that people listened to, which they do a lot, even on their TV shit. Dropped them, and then they luckily found their way. But yeah, Comedy Central fucking blows.
I think Tosh was really like the only one that had a decent deal.
He is literally the only thing left on that
No,
platform
well,
that
he's
people
done.
listen.
Tosh
Oh yeah,
4.0's
true.
done.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's fucking over.
Ended like
South
last year,
Park?
2 years ago. South Park even on Comedy Central?
It's a Comedy Central thing still, as far as I know.
Yeah, you might be. No, well, maybe Comedy Central's owned by Paramount.
They are.
Okay, so yeah, they're under Paramount, but they
Oh,
don't have
okay.
the Comedy Central logo. It's just Paramount Originals.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything left on Comedy Central.
Is oh fuck, what was Ari's show? This isn't happening.
That was Comedy Central. I don't even know if that's still going because it was Roy Woods Jr. for a while after
Yeah,
Ari
for
left.
a couple
but
years.
I don't even know if that show's still going. I know Ari's trying to like restart and rebrand it so that he can produce it and put it out himself. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, fuck Comedy Central.
Fuck Comedy Central. But yeah, that sounds fucking kind of hilariously bad. The show.
Yeah, no, like I want to watch it, but I
The wrong
don't.
reasons.
Yeah, not for
Yeah.
the reasons that they want me to watch it.
Right. Like not even for the interest in the porn ladies. It just sounds hilariously bad.
Yeah, it's like a train wreck. You just can't look away.
There's quite a few shows like that I've been watching recently, but yeah, no, that I'd be interested to see how it goes, honestly. Like I wouldn't be opposed to if they have good content, I'll fucking subscribe, you know?
Yeah,
It is what it is.
maybe
I mean,
throw in a couple models pages into the subscription fee.
right. I wonder if it's a thing where like you pay per video or if it's a subscription model
I don't
for
know
the
because
OnlyFans TV.
OnlyFans itself is like
You
monthly
subscribe
based on
to a
like
model.
the model. Why are
Right.
we calling them models?
I don't know, whatever.
I guess
just
it's
use their
technically
lingo.
what they're.
I mean, if they're I would argue that if they're solo in a video, that's modeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess
I was gonna
technically
say up
they
to
are
a point,
models.
but not even up to a point. I think if they're by themselves, that's modeling. Fucking graphic modeling, but it's modeling.
It's like calling yourself a sanitation engineer when you're really a trash man, but it's just giving it a better title.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It's like how I call myself a plumbing tech, even though everybody just knows I'm a poop man.
I was just gonna go with idiot, but
Oh, yeah. Where are we at time wise?
I have no idea.
think
Probably
we're-
good.
About an hour. Yeah. That was a jumbled mess of shit, but to recap, Colum Tyrrell got his YouTube back. That's fucking awesome. Dan Soder's leaving the Bonfire. That sucks. Bobby Kelly's coming on to the Bonfire. That's awesome.
And-
OnlyFans is iffy.
Whores are gonna pick up cow shit.
And sorry for not posting last week, but you got 2 episodes this week out of it. Go follow us on Don't Tell Me or on Instagram at Don't Tell Me Cast, Twitter at Don't Tell Me Cast, all socials at Don't Tell Me Cast. Big guests in the works, so keep listening. Tell your friends so we can get more listeners, so it looks better to bigger guests. And the more people that listen, the better the guests can be.
We can get connections. We just need bait.
Right.
And you're
yeah.
the bait.
Anything else, Cody?
Well, don't die. That's good advice, I guess.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. So, later, bitches.
Later, motherfuckers.
I'm kind of retarded.
Yes, you are.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.